Hello and welcome to Schnozcast, episode 144 for Friday, October 8th, 2021. Jesus Christ.
There we go.
It's coming. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. This is Bob welcoming you to Schnozcast on behalf of my best chums, Nick Bader, Cory Selesky, Todd Dillon. Gentlemen, how the fuck are you?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Todd. Do we have Todd?
Oh, yep, he is muted. Sorry. There you go. You're good now, buddy.
Hey, Todd.
What's up?
Are you in the bathroom? It sounds like you're doing some renovations.
I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not. Can you hear me? I'm good. It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Which one is Todd? This one?
Yeah.
Go ahead again, Todd.
It's all good.
There he is.
All right.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be back. Thank you for joining us. If you are new to the podcast, welcome. You can find us here every weekend at this time, possibly a different day. It's either going to be Friday or Saturday.
It's been a while since we've done a Friday.
It has been a while.
Mm-hmm.
It just worked out. But, we do whatever it takes, Cory.
Oh, yes.
But in the meantime, you can stream us out on your choice of iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, Pandora, Amazon Music, Audible, or anywhere else where you get a podcast. You can also stream us on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all at Schnozcast. That's SCHNOZZ cast. You can also email us with your questions or requests for relationship advice from Todd Dillon at schnozcast@gmail.com, or you can call or text us at any time, day or night. Nick Bader will answer at 618-SHOCKER.
The shocker line.
Nick Bader will answer you. It doesn't matter what time. Could be 4 in the morning.
Immediately.
It could be 6 a.m. India Standard Time.
We here at the Schnozcast have a one-ring guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
Or your pizza's free.
That's right.
All right. So welcome, everyone, to the fucking Sky High Stress podcast. While we are 1 week into our sober October,
Well,
Cory's quit chewing. I've quit drinking, smoking, eating sugar, and eating at normal times.
if you couldn't already tell by the irritability in his voice.
Yeah.
I've already offered for him to sit over by you. And
Fuck you.
He said no. But just so you're
Fuck,
aware.
no, that would be horrible. We'd end up stabbing each other by the time it was over.
Just so you're aware, since we just mentioned the shocker line.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're going to have to go ahead and give a little plug to our sponsors.
Yes, we should. Sorry, I should have shut up when I meant to.
Never nip your sack again. Body and below the belt grooming in a whole new ball game. SmoothMyBalls.com presents the Turf Chopper 3.0, which has premium alloy blades and is water resistant, so you can take it in the shower or the sink. Shaving your body and below the belt shouldn't be a task where you have to worry about nips and cuts down there. The Turf Chopper 3.0 features a no-scrape technology, so you never have to nip that sack again. Use the promo code SCHNOZCAST for 15%, actually now 20% off your purchase. If links aren't your thing, then go to smoothmyballs.com/schnozcast. Smoothmyballs.com, the perfect gear to upgrade your grooming routine and help you grab life by the balls.
Smooth my balls.
Oh, yeah.
I feel smoother just having heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, where did I even start? No booze. Water in my Yeti. Fuck.
I noticed he's like, Cory stopped chewing. I stopped doing, everything in my life. And moving on.
That's worth doing.
You didn't quit smoking.
Nick hasn't stopped doing anything.
What's that, Todd?
You didn't quit vaping.
No, dude. What else is left? This is it. Water and vaping.
Masturbation, but I don't think Nick would appreciate that.
And to be fair, during the day, Oh, Jesus, here it comes.
To be fair.
To be fair, during the day, I'm not like vaping constantly. I've gone through so much fucking gum that I may have to go see the dentist before the end of October.
Is it nicotine gum?
No.
You just decided to start chewing Bubblicious? Like,
yeah.
Hey, Jack, what's going on?
You understand smoking is all about like the oral fixation.
Yeah, it's also about the nicotine.
Well, yeah, but
Why don't you
if
just
you can't
why
have
don't
the
you
nicotine, then you gotta gum is
You
next best thing.
You can have the nicotine.
I don't know. The point is not to do that.
But your nicotine's in your vape.
I'm on a podcast. How am I going to make it through to our podcast?
With some gum.
Yeah, so chewing
Exactly.
gum in a microphone goes over real well. So
the pros do it. The pros do it. You should pull a Cory and just take up heroin while you're on this hiatus, right? Just pick another vice.
You should never pull a Cory. They get scared very easily. They spook.
Bitch, I got nothing to say to you. You did not support me during this entire endeavor, and you said you were going to do it. You wanted in, but who's not in now? Todd Dillon. That's who.
I am in Monday through Thursday.
No, that doesn't count.
There was no there. I tried my best to get in on this, and you guys just edged me out. No, we don't want it.
I can clip out for next week. I can clip out the 2 different weeks in a row where you're like, I'm in. You're not in.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, I'm in. I did just like you. I submitted my rules of engagement. I'm gonna have sober October, except for October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then the 17th.
It's better than doing nothing, which is what Todd Dillon's doing.
Todd, I think
yesterday.
I think actually what was said was, I don't want your tarnished, dirty Seattle doubloons. I think that's what he said.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is this, the Space Needle? Take that back.
So I'm sitting at my kitchen table this afternoon working, and Cecilia came over because she'd said, "Oh, you'd offer to make like salmon and green beans for us for dinner. I've got some stuff to do. Mind if I come over?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's no problem. Why don't you swing by the market on the way, pick it up, I'll pay you back, and we'll just put it together. It'll take 20 minutes." So we're sitting there at the table working, and I'm not eating, but except for between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Oh, wait, there's more. So now this is another thing. Now he's not eating. Now he's also fasting.
Yeah, intermittent fasting.
Did Cecilia look like a big talking bottle of Jack Daniels?
Everything looks like a giant turkey leg or a huge cigarette or a big snifter of.
Why is Dad puffing on my hair?
Snifter of whiskey. Yeah. So, and she hit the store and FaceTimed me from there, asking what kind of salmon to get at like right about 3:00, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, I can wait till she gets home. So she got home
and you said, "Kind did you say?"
What? She got home at 3:30. So
Sockeye.
That's when. Norwegian.
Sockeye.
When you're buying salmon from the store, there's like 4 different kinds of salmon, and so if you're buying it for somebody else to eat, and one of the kinds of salmon is $24 a pound, and there's another kind that's $13, which one do you think you're going to get? I'm not eating any of this salmon. No, this is for college kids. They don't give a fuck about the difference between $24 and $13 a pound salmon. It's free food from Dad. So started eating, like, so hungry, and so Jack came downstairs. He was getting ready to walk out the door, and I grabbed a banana, and I was eating a banana, and they both stopped, and I realized that they were staring at me. I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, eat a banana. So I had learned a few years ago that the better way to peel bananas from the bottom, flip it around, peel from the bottom. That way you're not, splitting the banana peel at the top, and it's just easier. But I had
Sounds like it.
But I had peeled the whole banana, and was then holding the rest of the actual edible part of the banana in my hand. And they're like, "I've never seen anybody do that before." What do you?
Were you using a knife and fork too?
No, there's a built-in wrapper for it. Why would you peel it? And I'm like, well, I guess the wrapper is now gone. And
So you're holding it like a dildo?
Because watch this, kids. Opens. I'm just runs.
Hot dog down a hallway?
Yeah. He swallowed that entire banana whole.
You heard it splash in the well?
Yeah. was amazing. No, kids, that's not how that story ended.
Oh, damn it.
No, Mike, is this a problem? So I take it you guys don't eat your bananas in the same way.
That's crazy, Todd.
What do you think my response is going to be to this?
I don't know, something either comical or serious, depending upon what your mood is.
Have you realize that you stole and slept on, like a foil cellophane bag of Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
Have you ever once, in almost 2 years of doing the podcast in my house, seen bananas hanging on a banana hanger?
Oh, you don't eat bananas?
Have you ever seen bananas here?
I've never looked.
You may as well put some beets on the table, too, because that sounds fantastic, and top it all with mustard.
I've honestly...
Hey, beets are good for you.
Oh,
I've never wanted a
And they're
banana
tasty.
at Nick's house.
Yes, beets are great for you, Todd.
Bananas taste like bananas. Bananas and eggs are disgusting. And...
Wait a minute. You don't like eggs?
Eggs, like, I tolerate, but I've never been like, God, I could go for an egg. Never.
Wow.
Never.
Never?
And
Never had a good egg then.
Beets, no. Beets taste like fucking dirt.
Well, you never had a good beet.
No, I have.
Dude, brush them with a little olive oil, put a little salt and pepper, throw it on the grill. You'll change your tune.
No, they're disgusting.
I'd
I'm
actually
telling
like
you.
to try that. I feel like Todd might have something there.
Mm-mm.
I'm telling you.
Cory? No bananas for you either?
I mean, I'm like Nick. I won't go just specifically buy them, but
Are there any bananas in your house right now?
probably, yeah. Danielle loves bananas.
So, she loves them.
Yeah.
Okay, so she buys them all the time, but she's not making you eat bananas. So
No.
you go like all week long and you never touch any of those bananas.
Not another one. Yeah, I can easily.
I don't
go
eat.
to-
I don't mind them, but I don't eat them though because they're a full day worth of carbs. They're like a zillion carbs.
Oh my! Don't say that to
I
Bob.
know.
Don't.
I know. It was amazing. But the only thing I had in the house, if I was feeling like a sugar fix, was bananas and apples. That's it. So it's
Hey,
really
who
good.
can see me? Mary just handed me a banana. We must have somebody listening.
Max wants bananas. Dog wants bananas.
I'm on the air. Get out of here. I'm doing my job.
Go on, get.
Get.
You
I
get
feel
the
like
money?
from what I've heard, Todd, I feel like she probably thinks she's making it better just by showing up in the room and talking.
It feels like it.
Todd,
It
get
feels
the
like it.
Todd, get the squirt bottle. Tell her to get off the couch.
I was going to say, clearly the on-air sound outside of Todd's studio is not working.
I need Mary to leave because they're wrecking the.
Thanks, Cory.
That was Todd.
Oh, Todd did it?
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if.
I wanted to see where it was going for a second.
Oh, it looks like we lost you.
There's a coyote in the yard.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. All right, so that's enough of that bullshit.
Enjoy your banana.
Oh, I did. All right, so let's. Did you ever find a booze news?
Yeah.
Well, let's do that.
Okay. And now it's time for booze news. Surprise, surprise. Eminem serves fans at food window of Mom's Spaghetti Restaurant at Pop-Up in Detroit. Eminem at the opening of his Mom's Spaghetti Restaurant in Detroit. Detroit, Michigan talks about, a man talks about his first trip to Detroit that he'll never forget. An Eminem fan from New York came to the Motor City specifically for the rapper's Mom's Spaghetti pop-up restaurant, opening only to be one of the few actually to meet in real life Slim Shady. Brendan Linden, who was from the Bronx, was one of the first people in line, which stretched for blocks along Woodward Avenue. Much to his surprise, Eminem showed up before the doors opened and handed out spaghetti to the first 10 people. I came here in hopes of meeting him, and I didn't think that he was going to be here. And excited Linden told them live. He shook my hand, and I told him what he means to my life and how much his music has impacted me. He told me thank you so much and gave me some food. The walk-up window opened on Wednesday, September 29th at 5 p.m. It's located inside the newly opened Union Assembly Restaurant at 2131 Woodward Avenue, which is between the Fox Theater and the Fillmore. Linden wasn't the only one still in shock when he got there before the eatery opened. Joel and Aaron Ferrara of Allen Park and Detroit also met the rapper and say it was one of the coolest moments of their lives. They told us that they wanted 10 people, so we went around the corner and Eminem was giving out spaghetti. Aaron Ferrara said, with a huge smile on her face. When I went up there, I was crying, and he said, "It's okay. It's just spaghetti." I don't know why. I feel like he should be like, "I don't know. It's just spaghetti."
Yeah. He's from the Bronx,
Yeah.
too.
Did he call him Stan?
But this
Did
was
he call him Stan?
But this was Eminem, so that's my Eminem apparently. It's okay. It's just spaghetti. I told him, and I had waited my whole life to meet you, and he gave me a big hug and signed my spaghetti container.
Nothing else to get an autograph on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing her get all emotional made me want to cry just for her. Joel Farrar had added. I had him side my bag and told him, "Thank you, that's my cousin, and all she ever wanted to do was meet you." It was 10 or 15-second conversation, but it was great. Mom's Spaghetti is a walk-up restaurant serving 3 things. Mom's Spaghetti for $9, Mom's Spaghetti with meatballs for $12, and Spaghetti, a spaghetti sandwich, S''Getty sandwich for $11.
Okay. That's
Along with water and a pop.
when you said spaghetti, I lost interest in this entire story.
For a small additional charge, you can also get vegan meatballs. The adjacent upstairs store, The Trailer, sells Mom's Spaghetti merchandise, items from M&M's retail collection, including limited editions and coveted dead stock, and memorabilia from the M&M archives. We're told that you can also expect drops from rotating stock, The Trailer, which is limited to 8 stands at a time. Union Assembly is open Wednesday and Thursday from 4 p.m. to midnight. Kitchen is open till 10. Friday and Saturday from 4 to 2 a.m. Kitchen until 11 p.m. And Sunday from 3 p.m. to midnight. It's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. So, pop-up restaurant from M&M in Detroit. Not sure how long it's going to be around. Mom's Spaghetti.
Not sure how long it's going to be around.
Yeah, I don't know. The menu doesn't sound that
Having
fantastic.
read this article, who knows how long it's going to be around?
Yeah.
I've had it before.
Spaghetti?
The Mom's Spaghetti.
Yeah? How did you have it?
Yeah.
When we worked at DMC.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Had he done this before?
No, it wasn't. It was in the midst of COVID. So they dropped a bunch of it off.
So this was just someone's Mom's Spaghetti and
No, it was from
Cory. Okay.
You were there.
Cory. Okay.
I mean, it's nothing to write home about. I can tell you that much.
I feel like you're knitting quite the yarn here, my friend.
Okay, you can think that all you want.
In other music news, local boy made good Jack White opened up a new Third Man Records in London off of Carnaby Street last week.
In London?
Yep.
Doesn't help us here.
Who am I, David Bowie?
No, but local boy makes good.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, isn't that what the Eminem story is? Local boy makes good.
Guess he's done some good.
Eminem finally made something of himself.
Finally.
Right.
Yeah. After all these years.
33 years.
Opened up a sketty store.
It's sketty.
All right, so that's booze news for this week. I want to real quickly pivot then into the Nick's segment, The Haunt, for this October.
Yes.
Oh, shit, I didn't give him a heads up so we could play that fucking werewolf thing.
There.
Sounded just like the phone.
Yep. The Haunt for this October. So this
I
week.
feel like I want to do that for the rest of the podcast. Like every segment, just, sorry about the music. Nick, can you just give an approximation?
This week's The Haunt for this October. So this segment, we just talk about a real quick paragraph about different places in Michigan that are haunted. This week, it says from TB to the heebie-jeebies. Howell's San, in quotes, as it was nicknamed, was Michigan's first tuberculosis sanitarium built on the highest point in southeast Michigan. It went from 16 beds when it was built in 1907 to 500 in 1930. Antibiotics eventually eliminated the threat of TB, so the SAN began accepting patients with mental disabilities and ailments. It closed in 1982, and many of the buildings and graveyards were demolished and replaced by upscale subdivisions. Oh, that's where I want my upscale subdivision. Of course, what is believed to be where these former patients once lived, well, still remain, is there. Area residents have reported seeing spirits in hospital gowns, wandering the streets. One even has a rope around his neck. There have been many reports of paranormal activity in these houses in the surrounding areas where they were built on top of this area. Although very dangerous, there are also tunnels that remain in the ruins of the SAN, which ghost hunters to this day and others continue to explore. And that's in Howell, Michigan.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a safe spot to go.
Yeah, I can't believe they do stuff like. I mean, you know how sanitariums have like the unnamed grave sites and all that other stuff. Like, it still should be sacred. I mean, I understand if someone wants to buy, then relocate them somewhere. You know, building a community on top of it, that's kind of messed up.
Yep.
Isn't that the entire plot of the movie Poltergeist?
Yes.
And
Basically.
Poltergeist 2?
Well, I mean, come on now. Yeah, of course. I believe the law states that after 75 years, basically, if there is no
Living family or something
living family member alive still,
to
then
like rebut it or whatever.
the state can take
Dispute it.
possession of your gravesite and do what they want with it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I mean, at 75 years, that's pretty good. Pretty good
Okay.
stretch.
I mean, that.
I mean,
yeah, we've got hundreds of year old grave sites with our names still on it that we paid for. So I can't imagine, but it's probably something to do with like people that are buried by the state. I can't imagine that's just any graveyard.
That's any graveyard.
Oh, come on.
I swear. Look, we can look it up.
I don't buy it.
But-
Dude, if our family paid for, an $8,000 stone
That's
and
what-
8 plots
but it doesn't.
200 years ago and we're all still alive. But so you're saying that we have to be dead. Like all the family has
For
to
75 years.
Okay.
No, you don't have to be missing a family member for 75 years. The plot just has to be there for 75 years. And then if there's no surviving family left, then the state can take control of that plot.
Okay, so you think a graveyard that has, let's say, 750 graves, yeah, there's probably a chance that there are still descendants.
Yeah,
still.
and I think what that's more for is like the little, basically family cemeteries that people would put outside of a farm, and everyone from that family now is gone, or no one correlates to that family anymore, basically. So if you go to that land and you can buy all around it except for that one little acre, maybe.
Isn't that like a part of eminent domain?
I mean, I guess it would fall into the same thing.
Yeah.
So
What's this segment called? Graveyard News?
The fuck is this segment called?
Exactly. I just got confused for a second.
called How to Dig Up Graves.
Yes.
That's outstanding.
Next week.
Hey, Todd Dillon, you got a little bit of sports for us?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, well, here you go.
How many kickers missed shit this
Hold
weekend?
on, it hasn't started
Whoa,
yet.
whoa,
Hold
whoa.
on.
Whoa, dude.
You see him heading in
God.
that direction. The 20. He's going for 40. And it's 90 seconds forward.
90 Second Sports is brought to you by smoothmyballs.com. Todd Dillon, your 90-second Sportster starts now.
Hey, did you flip the hourglass over?
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway, there is a ton to talk about in sports this past weekend. And I thought I was going to be ranting about kickers again and again and again, but their history was made. Our boy, William Darrell Wallace, officially known as Bubba Wallace, won himself a race in NASCAR, won Talladega. Bubba Wallace, the first African-American, the second African-American to win a major race, and the only African-American race in all three major NASCAR circuits. Bubba Wallace did everyone proud, did America proud, by, again, persevering in a sport that doesn't find many people that look like him, and actually won at Talladega. It was a little bit weird because it feels like he didn't win in the normal sense, and it got rained out, and so he was in the lead when the race got canceled. So I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of a affirmative action, but hey, Bubba got himself a win. I was super proud, actually. But again, I'm a closet NASCAR fan because you can bet on it. But Talladega, Bubba
and that's
Wallace.
90 Second Sports. From all your showboating at the beginning, you lost some time. So
I didn't see it flip the hourglass over.
Yeah, there's a 7-second delay, but with all that peacocking you did.
Go, Bubba.
Excellent, sir. Well, hey, gentlemen. Next, I want to do the Schnozcast mailbag. We get a lot of mail here at the Schnozcast from a lot of fans over the past couple of years. And Candy Cane,
I was like, what
primarily
Candy.
amongst that group. So, what better milestone than episode 144 for us to really take a minute to take a look back at some of the best, emails that we've gotten from some of the fans. So what I want to do for you fellas is I thought we'd all kind of take turns reading them. So I'm going to text you. I want to start with Todd because Todd got those dulcet tones. I'm going to text this directly to you, Todd.
Yeah, baby.
And
I'm
you
ready.
can, just for the fans out there, just as kind of a shout out, something to, give a little bit back, recognize the fact we wouldn't be where we are today without all of them.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm texting this
Dude,
to
I
you
was
right
homeless
now,
before
Todd.
this all began.
That's true. You have your waterfall to thank the fans for.
All right, story 1. I listened to the podcast the day it came out, completely blown away. Changed my life forever. Yeah, also, my Schnozcast sticker just finally fell apart. Heartbroken. Thanks, guys, for your masterpiece.
All right, thanks, Todd.
And that was from who?
It doesn't
we
say.
don't wanna, I'm going to keep those names
Oh,
kind
anonymous.
of on the download. Yeah,
Gotcha.
you know who you
Yeah.
are.
It was probably Eminem.
It could have been Eminem in his sketty emails. All right, Cory, I just texted you another one if you want to take the next one.
This is a long one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the second email was, I shit my pants.
Nice. I mean, that's what you really want to hear, I think.
I think that was just me emailing the wrong email address.
I think that really says it all.
I think it's from Joe.
It might be from Joe. But I'll never tell.
It leaves me asking questions. Did you have a bad piece of cheap salmon?
Well, look, we'd be more than happy to have this cheap salmon.
Well, clearly they never watched the SNL commercial, Oops, I Crap My Pants. The adult diapers.
All right, Nick, I just texted you one, too, if you want to take the next one.
Oh, wonderful.
He's sitting right next to you.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Number 3 email. Dear Schnozcast, the first time I heard the podcast was at the time when I was being fucked gently, and honestly, it was such a poignant moment that I had to look up the Schnozcast the next day, and I was hooked. This is actually, I remember this one.
Yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't so eloquently said, but I do remember this email. Something was going on, fucking gently, and there were people listening to the podcast whilst making love. And
Phil Anton.
No,
I told you that in confidence.
no, Phil Anton cries gently while making love and hearing the podcast. That could have been me.
All right, so the next one, next email we got here. Hey, the first time I've heard Schnozcast, it had just come out, and I was a manager for Radio Shack. And one of my employees turned it on while we were closed overnight doing a remodel of the store. We listened to it at least 10 times all the way through the remodel on repeat, and I laughed throughout the entire thing. Fell in love with your voices and never looked back. Thank you for existing. You've got me through some pretty tough times and helped make good times even better.
Wow.
So thank you, man.
Jay Van Dusen. What? I keep unmasking people.
Look, again, we're trying to kind of keep this on the, on the anonymous side.
Sorry.
Because they were
These
kind
stories
enough
sound so familiar to me.
they were kind enough to share their sentiments with us, and I think it's the least we could do. So, Todd, there's one in your inbox here waiting for you.
I got it. I remember being off sick from high school. High schoolers listen to this, huh? I remember being off sick from high school, and I was listening to Spotify in the middle of the day when the word Spotify exclusive came up on the street, and Snot started to play. The podcast blew my mind. I subscribed and listened to it on repeat for at least a year. I think I was one of the first kids in the UK to hear the podcast, which I still think about to this day. Thank you for the awesome times, dudes. I love this guy.
Yeah, from across the pond.
That's weird.
Across the
High
pond.
school.
That's weird. From all I'm quite the Anglophile, and from all the people from the UK that I do talk to on occasion, none of them say dude. It's usually mate. But
Clearly, he's some of
He said
our
dudes.
patois has rubbed off on
he
him.
must be assimilated. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome though. Or she, whoever.
What the fuck?
Corey,
Yeah.
why don't you take the next one?
Oh, Well, I was a kid, and my older brother was in high school. He had a Pontiac Firebird, and I'd always bug him to hang out with me and let me tag along when he drove somewhere. He showed me Schnozcast for the first time because he thought it'd make me laugh, and I loved it. From then on, we'd blast the Schnozcast when we were in his car, and I'd sing and headbang and laugh hysterically. I can honestly say some of my happiest memories are of being in the passenger seat while my brother and I... Nope.
What's that?
Both did our impression of a certain someone yelling, "To be fair," and so many other quotes like total idiots. Thank you guys for that. I'll never forget it, and I still love the Schnozcast.
All right.
That's awesome. I wonder who that person was that they declined to name.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. They could have just put their name in there, but
Yeah.
No, we're declining to name them.
No, not them. The
I'm-
person
no, we're
naming
talking
them.
on the show.
from the Schnozcast. that
clearly,
they-
Oh,
they don't know all of our names that well. So
Hopefully that'll change. Nick,
TT.
one more for you.
So one more email comes in from Mobile, Alabama, it looks like. So it says, my friends and I drove over 4 hours from Minneapolis to Madison, Wisconsin. We were from Mobile, Alabama. We didn't even spend a night in Madison, so mostly I remember all the driving, but I do remember my face being rocked off, Nick yelling, "I love hot dogs," and it being worth every minute we spent on the road. Thank you, Schnozcast. Wow.
That's awesome.
Dude, that was Bubba Wallace. He's from Mobile, Alabama.
Just to hear something like that, dude, you're welcome.
He's getting his face rocked off.
I don't know, but I feel like that was probably 100% accurate.
I just want to say I love hot dogs. Hey.
All right, so the last email we have here, wanted to read. In 2021, I saw Schnozcast on the beach. During a moment in the show, Bob was addressing the crowd. Someone in the crowd yelled out something. And then Bob addressed the person who yelled and said into the mic, "Hey, man, only a few people around you heard you say that you think I fucking suck. But I just want to let you know that I have a microphone. And everybody on the beach can hear me when I say that you fucking suck."
I remember that. It's
The whole
true.
crowd cheered and laughed and then sang along to the funk of this song.
I remember that. That was because that was up in Tawas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I remember the woman had blonde hair.
Someone in the crowd.
Man,
So,
that's cool.
This is all just really heartwarming and just, again,
tickling.
Thank you to everybody listening out there from each of us at the Schnozcast.
That was great. On that note,
Hey, schmoove your balls.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, do we have an agreement to do a particular number of those?
No.
promos
One is fine.
One's all you need.
Yeah,
Okay.
one's fine. Todd, what are you drinking tonight, buddy?
Oh, I'm glad that you asked. I went back to the well with New Belgium Brewing, and I am drinking their Voodoo Ranger V2K. It is an incredible IPA, and I know Lori doesn't like IPAs, but this IPA is a bit different. It's got hints of grapefruit and guava. Amazing.
Ooh.
And I'm drinking for my shot. I'm going to do a little bit of Crown Apple again. I'm back to the well.
Okay, so tonight we are doing the roasted apple
Revelstoke.
Revelstoke. It always escapes me. Cory and I are doing Revelstoke. Bob is doing H20. Yep. So Schnozcast shot. Raise them up. Cheers, Buzz.
You sons of bitches.
Lightyear.
Nice and covered.
Salute.
Dude, Aldrin, Lightyear, I got them all day long.
Whoa.
That's the good stuff.
Brr. Not too many of those.
No?
Oh, fuck no.
You just did one earlier.
Really? Not a fan?
I mean, it's not terrible, but
He did one like 10, 20, 30 minutes ago.
I
What
was
do you guys
I
do
was
to start?
and I was thinking that when I did it, but that was a way bigger shot.
It was a bigger shot.
Yeah.
You like Fireball better than that?
I mean, I'm not accustomed to this.
Yeah,
And
this is the same size vessel. The good thing is this has more booze, so you don't have to do as many.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Are you revelly stoked?
Wow. Moving on.
Moving on.
So this week's Nick's existential question, as you guys know, we don't normally do this every single week, but sometimes when we do, it's fantastic, and clearly the emails show. So this question of the week kind of reflects back on Impractical Jokers, and that's kind of why I liked it and picked this one. If you've never watched the show, go check it out on True TV, Impractical Jokers. It's a great show. Everyone from the Schnozcast loves it, excluding Todd, but he was a late addition. So this question of the week is, if you could put a new tattoo on someone you know, what tattoo would you pick? Where would you put it? And who would you pick? So I'm going to say it again because there's going to be a follow-up question.
Clarifying question.
I sense that there's going to be a clarifying question regardless. So if you could put a new tattoo on someone you already know, who would you pick? What would it be? And what location on them would you put it?
Clarifying question.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, Todd.
Does it only? It can only be one person.
It's one person. Yeah, it's not like an army of people.
Wow, I did not anticipate the problem with that question being the fact that you could only do it to one person. I didn't know that was where the problem was going to come in.
Yeah, this isn't like the Holocaust. We're not doing millions of people with fucking tattoos on their arms.
I'm going to say that's a bad analogy, sir. Probably plenty of other mass gatherings we could have used.
Yeah, too soon.
Yeah.
Mass gatherings where people tattoo each other.
Yeah, like Occupy Wall Street.
Millions of people.
Rather than the Holocaust, perhaps.
No, I'm sticking to my answer.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Dying on that hill. So does this have to be, is this the serious thing? Do I have to answer seriously?
Well, okay, so to echo the sentiment of Impractical Jokers, they, if you haven't seen the show, they basically give each other challenges out in public and see who can embarrass each other the most. They tell each other through earbuds to do certain things in public, and if they do it, they pass. If they don't, they lose. And after 4 or 5 different challenges, the 4 guys, whoever has the most thumbs down, has to be punished. And the other 3 remaining think of something that would be absolutely horrible for this guy, and they have no choice and absolutely have to do it. One of the times, actually several times, the guys that lost, the remaining challengers, jokers, came up with a tattoo that because they lost, they had to get on their body. Now, some people might say, well, you could just not do it. Well, they all came to an agreement, the 4 of them, they've been friends since high school, that if one of the members refuses a punishment, not the actual challenges, those can be refused, but if you refuse a punishment, you're off the show.
Yeah.
So those are the stakes. So in that, they came up with a couple times where they've tattooed each other. They've taken someone as a punishment to a tattoo parlor, and they picked a tattoo, and the person had no clue what it was. So that being said, it can be a joke. It can be serious, however you want to interpret it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, there's so many things to choose from.
I know. And so many people.
I was just editing the podcast from last week recently. I've been doing a lot of that this week, trying to get caught up. Todd, can you do me a favor and tell the quick story? Because I feel like it was touched on last weekend, but you didn't really go into big detail about it. Can you tell the story about the injury that you caused during a practice while we were in Alma?
How did we get from tattooing people to
I'm going to bring it full circle. I just need you to lay the foundation. So if you could tell the story.
And when Todd went down, the back of his jersey lifted up, and I saw the butterfly on the nape of his back. If you
could just tell the story, man, then I'll finish it up with my pick for the question.
Got it. So, and this it feels a little self-serving. So I feel bad that you're having me tell this story.
No,
but
it totally is.
Truly. Again, I love football. Played football, and probably the best hit. And this is where I was going after Cory a bit. The best hit that I've ever experienced or been a part of was actually during a practice where we were blocking a blitzing defensive end. And Randy Kiker on our college football team was blitzing, and I had the assignment to pick him up in the backfield, and I got the perfect like 3-step start. And Randy, because he liked to have he had a mask on that had extra. It looked very much like a quarterback's mask, a little bit deeper at the bottom, but so he didn't have any bars in the front, so it wasn't like a trap. And I hit him so perfectly with a block that I opened up his mask, broke his nose, smashed it flat against his face, and knocked him completely unconscious in 3 steps. It was one of the most amazing feelings ever, because right when it happened, I'm like, that was awesome. I didn't know that he was unconscious and his nose had been mashed to mush on his face. But that's the story.
Thank you for that. So to piggytail off of that and close out my answer to the question, I would ask Randy Kiker to get a tattoo of his face with the broken nose, blood spurting and everything, with the helmet with number 32 crashing right into it.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my answer.
You would put it on Todd, you said?
No, on Randy.
Oh.
Much in the spirit of the Impractical Jokers, like, you got to kind of own what happened.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If I put it on Todd, I'd feel like it would be more like a punishment, like punitive.
That would definitely be a punishment.
Yeah, but this is more like a badge of honor, like, oh, this guy, my best friend, when I was in college, broke my nose. I don't know if you guys are best friends, but I know you were friends.
We're Facebook buddies still.
Yeah.
Best friends in the world.
Hey, I trimmed my Facebook list. So it says something. He's still on that list.
Now I know why you're not on my Facebook feed anymore.
So was that an acceptable answer to that question?
I love it.
Yeah,
love
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Todd, how about you, buddy?
Well, Nick, you and I are boys. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But
That's a great start.
You are my target.
Okay.
New York Jets tattoo on your neck.
Son of a bitch.
That's a bold move.
On the back of the neck?
Nope.
Side
Right
tat.
on the side, so people can see it.
Yeah, dude, a side tat.
Like a prison tat.
He'd have
Yeah,
to throw his
side
hair
neck.
out to cover it up.
Oh, no, beneath the
Always
beard line.
turtlenecks. Beneath the beard line.
Wow. That's upsetting.
And New York Jets.
Why the Jets?
Because they're worse than the Lions.
One of the losingest teams.
Hey, let's not make too big a fun on the Jets tats.
Oh, why?
Doesn't
Pat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, but he would be the first one to go like, oh, they suck. They're horrible.
Yeah, I know, and he does love them, but
Yeah.
still, that's.
But he's like every Lions fan. I mean, it's very rare, I think, to talk to someone who's like, no, man, they're going to turn around. Like, I really love their chances. Like, every Lions fan's like, yeah, I don't see it. Well, I'll watch the first game, but after that, like, we're throwing in the towel. It's not even worth it.
You know what I was going to do? I was going to do TT for TT.
The Taoist tortoise.
And I was going to make it a tramp stamp. The Taoist tortoise.
Joke's on you,
In
but I
that,
already got
in
it.
that tramp stamp spot. That's why I was asking if I could do multiples.
Already have it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a good
Yes.
question because there's so many different people that I would.
Yeah, and yet Todd picked me. So, Cory, what's yours, buddy? Yeah, I do.
I would definitely have to go with Bob and a box of the infamous pink Voodoo Donuts box
Oh, yeah?
from Portland.
Just the box. Well, it's full of donuts, I assume, right?
See, we'd have to work on that because
Would they be flying through the air?
See, now Nick's on
By
something.
the way,
Yeah.
that was a bag. I didn't throw a box. I threw a bag.
No, but the box is iconic, so people would know.
That pink box, yeah.
When-
that's fair.
When
Half open with a Cheerio donut in it.
That's right.
Oh,
no.
That Cheerio Fruit Loops. The Fruit Loop donut.
Dude, it would have to be the big eclair penis that they made.
I am 100% confident I did not buy that donut. It was not in the bag I threw.
I am 200% sure.
Now, hold on. I guess this is your tattoo to give me, but
I am 200% sure you actually did buy that donut, sir.
why would I buy that? I didn't buy it. I hate eclairs.
You bought the penis donut. That was one of the ones that
Was it
came
a
out.
joke? Did I buy it as a joke?
I think it was funny to you at the time. Yeah.
All right.
There's no
Maybe not
harm
as
in
funny as
loving
yelling at homeless
penises,
people,
Bob.
but
Were you handling it like you handle a banana?
oh no, this is far
It was
far more aggressive. I threw it against the wall.
too girthy. He couldn't get it all down at once.
I threw that bitch down the hallway.
Yeah, that was one of the donuts in that bag was the penis donut.
Man,
Wow.
missed opportunities.
But right on your ass cheek.
On my ass cheek?
Yep.
That's fine. I could do that. I feel like that wouldn't be too painful.
You'd be all right. You got enough fat there.
Oh yeah.
So for mine it would
Fat ass.
Yeah.
for mine it would be Cory. We gotta come full circle here. It would be the back of his right calf, and it would be a very whimsical but glorious windswept photo of Jeffrey Lebowski in a robe drinking some half and half. That's what it would be.
Let's go get that right now.
Of the dude
Of the dude.
or of Cory.
Jeffrey Lebowski, the dude.
So okay, so it's a picture of Jeff Bridges, basically.
You're
Yes.
paying.
Yes.
Okay.
And these people have to pay for it, right?
Sure.
I don't know
I
if
have to
that
pay
was stated, but
Let's make that part of it. And
I'll pay for next tattoo.
we're cutting the podcast short. We're gonna go find the nearest tattoo parlor, and we're gonna get this shit done.
yeah.
Somebody get me their Venmo address so I can get Nick his Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Hey Todd, as soon as Nick paid, I just knocked his ass out, and they put the tattoo on.
As soon as Todd sends the money, I'll definitely immediately go and get that.
Can you indulge me in a little bit of a distraction? That question actually it reminds me of one of my favorite trips to Europe. I actually flew to Ireland years ago, and exhausted. I'd flown to Ireland by way of India, and so I'd been in the air for quite a while. And, I couldn't sleep when I got to my hotel room, and there was a show in Europe that was based on people who fix like failed tattoos. I don't remember the name of it. But it was a very much a European show, and someone and they were showing all these these different people who got tattoos when they were either drunk or whatever. And this company actually they had 3 professional tattoo artists and a really saucy receptionist who. They would come in and each one would say, hey, I have a creative idea. And they would pitch their idea to fix an offensive tattoo. But my favorite thing was there's these 2 guys who had all these really, really brilliant tattoos of all the places they had been. And these 2 brothers, they both would get a tattoo every place they visited. So they had really, really ornate tattoos from like New York City, from Paris, the Eiffel Tower, like really ornate big tattoos. And these guys are spending like real coin. But they went to Thailand and one of the brothers got so drunk they drank some kind of mixture that's very special to Thailand. And I guess the guy passed out drunk for like 3 days. And while he was passed out, his brother got him a tattoo of the nation of Thailand, the map with with Bangkok at the center around his asshole.
Nice.
So they tattooed the inside of his ass cheeks with Bangkok being his asshole. And literally they're like, I didn't even think it was legal to tattoo anyone there.
That's right. We did talk about this.
Was the company called Rethink Your Ink?
It was called
I stayed up, dude. I had flown for like 18 hours that day, and I had like a 9 a.m. meeting, and I stayed up until 7:25 until I had to jump in the shower watching this show. Just all the tattoo fails that people had done. Amazing, but sorry to digress. But
maybe it was re-ink your stink.
Oh, how to
one
follow
of the best
that?
shows ever. Oh man.
I don't know why, Todd, but you sounded crystal clear through that entire story. The clearest I think I've heard you in weeks.
Yeah, because you guys get your shit fixed on your end.
Yeah.
Yeah. We must have. We must have. I don't know.
It's all those.
I've been gone.
It's all those baritone sound waves coming over the mountains.
Cleared out the pipes.
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyways.
All right. You guys want to do a little lightning round before we take a break?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
All right. So Leaving off, I think I got everyone that you asked last week.
Cool.
So, Todd, bread,
Yes,
pasta,
sir.
bread, pasta, rice, or potatoes?
Ooh,
Lightning round, Todd. That means quick.
potatoes.
Jesus Christ.
Corey,
Potatoes.
Nick,
Bread.
I got bread. I would love a piece of bread right now.
Rice and bread.
I'm sure any food would be good right now.
No. If you put a bowl of rice in front of me, like, all right, I guess.
Yeah. So just
Now,
so
what
you,
if I put some sweet and sour chicken in there? Right?
just
Oh, now we're talking.
just so you know, I could take. It would probably take me about five solid minutes. I've got a bread maker to throw about 5 ingredients in there, and fill this house with the most yeasty smelling fresh bread in the whole world.
I would immediately leave.
I say on the break we do that.
I would squeal my ass out of your driveway so fast.
Hang on. That's so a bread maker. You could also bring that down here and set it up down here. Could you not?
I have before. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I will end this podcast early.
Crap lightning round.
Let's do that.
That's a crap lightning round question.
Throw
by
it
the way.
away.
Why is it a crap question?
Because I'm like waffle. I'm vacillating. I'm like, I do like bread as well, and I like rice.
But that's the point of lightning round. Like, you have to, Johnny on the spot, come up with it.
I did it.
Well, there you go. So why are we bitching about it now?
Todd, I like pancakes and hand jobs, but if I had to get rid of one, we're definitely getting rid of hand jobs.
Todd, a jug of wine, a loaf of bread, and wow. I mean, that's the way you got to go. It's what they've been doing since the dawn of time.
I'll tell you what, Todd. So from now on, I'm gonna go to you last. It's
Okay.
gonna be time to digest it, mull it over, think about it, and formulate your
Got
answer.
it.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
So Corey, best sandwich.
Turkey Reuben.
Okay. Nick.
Oh God, I don't come back around. I got to think.
All right. So
No, never mind.
The whole point is to not think.
But I don't know. There's too many things. I would say the best sandwich is going to be a New England lobster roll.
Ooh, fuck.
Todd, I'll give you what my answer was going to be. You can have my peanut butter and jelly if you want.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Didn't we do something similar to this at one point in time?
I think we did.
And
It's been a while.
And we said that the other people of the podcast had to bring the stuff for that sandwich for the other person, and we never ended up doing that.
No, we probably put that at the bottom of the list of things that we said that we were going to do, but never have.
Yeah.
That list is long.
Because I remember I ended up picking the from Sibley Gardens, the steak Sammy the third, and it was like medallion. No, it was our favorite sandwich.
Yeah.
And whatever you said, you had to bring and share with the group,
With everybody. Okay.
And you guys picked something stupid like fucking peanut butter and jelly, and then I picked this steak Sammy, which they're like $20 a sandwich, and we're like, all right, so next week we're gonna bring all these and we're each gonna try one, and I'm like, no, we're not.
But you actually went out and bought all the shit for your sandwich?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then what are you bitching about? You didn't follow through
It's
either.
fine then.
We didn't do it.
Fuck's sake. I got to go with that Thanksgiving sandwich. The Thanksgiving.
Oh my God, from
D'Angelo's in
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Todd, you should not have waited.
Best fucking sandwich I ever had.
It's amazing.
Not the Thanksgiving sandwich from Friends with the moist maker in between.
No, this is a sub with turkey and stuffing and dressing,
Cranberry
sauce with a container of brown gravy to dip it in, all in a sub.
Yeah.
I think
Unbelievable.
I think
Badass.
the one where Ross went nuts. He said that every Thanksgiving, his mom used to make Thanksgiving leftover sandwiches, and it was stuffing and turkey and a piece of some cranberry, a little bit of cranberry, but a piece of gravy-soaked bread in between.
That's the moist
that he
maker?
called the moist maker. And one of his colleagues
Not a bad
his
idea.
colleagues found it in the fridge and ate it, and it was the last of a Thanksgiving turkey. And he lost his mind.
And who wouldn't?
I remember
Who
that
wouldn't?
episode. I forgot what the sandwich was, though, but you're absolutely right.
It was the Thanksgiving leftover sandwich, and he's like, "I'm sorry, did you confuse it with your sandwich that had a moist maker in between?" And he goes, "Well, if you look, there still might be some of it left in the trash. It was a pretty big sandwich." He's like, "You threw my sandwich in the trash."
So, sorry, Nick, did you say the steak Sammy?
No, I ended up saying a New England lobster.
New lobster roll. All right, Todd. That leaves you, buddy.
Yeah, this is a hard one, but I'm gonna.
Jesus,
you know what? I'm gonna
you're
go
last.
Todd.
I know because there's so many great sandwiches, but I'm gonna say actually the perfect BLT.
That was quick enough. I
Jesus
guess.
Christ. That took you that long to come up with the BLT?
Well, because every sandwich that was named is fabulous. And by the way, my toss up was any real New York deli, corned beef and pastrami, the double whammy.
Like Carnegie?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's or Cantor's.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that?
But like I said, I said BLT because I do that, dude. If you have a really nice BLT, I'll take that. I could. That would be my one sandwich if I had to have it forever.
Right.
What is the one with a Z? The deli. Not Zorba's.
Zingerman's.
Yeah, Zingerman's. Yeah.
In Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Bob and I have been there.
Yeah.
No,
that's
I've been there as well. Not Zingerman's, but the place in New York.
Oh. I have no idea.
I can find out.
Yeah. Look it up because it's.
While you're looking it up, maybe we can get another question before we take a break. Nick, what is the one thing you own that you should really throw out?
One thing I own that I should really throw out. Probably old toys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Todd?
I thought I was going last.
My 17th TV.
Well, Cory's looking up.
Yes. Actually, yes. I have a 21-inch TV in the bonus room that I haven't parted ways with.
Is it an old TV? Or it's just like,
It is
I
old,
got
but
too many?
No, it's an old TV. It's a 21-inch, but it was one of the very first generation 1080p flat screen LCDs.
Oh, yeah. Throw that bitch in the trash.
Yeah.
No point in keeping that.
I hate to.
It's 21 inches.
Hate to ride on the coattails of that, but we have a huge Sony deep tube TV downstairs. When you remember when the Sony Vios first came out?
Yeah.
They were flat screened.
Yeah.
But they still had the huge tube behind them.
Yeah, I had a couple of those.
They weigh 4,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And Danielle's brothers apparently one day came over and dragged it into our basement somehow, and now it's down there. And I've tried to even move it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not go. This TV's staying with this house. It's gonna be buried in this basement because there's no way we're ever getting it out of there. How her brothers even got it down there, I have no clue.
Dude, there are so many companies. Mike just, we went to Angie's List, and I set him up with that. And there was a company. There were literally 10 guys that came out, and they were all veterans. And it was some veteran moving company. They had great reviews. They come in with blankets and hand trucks and all kinds of shit, and they have like a whole system down. And something like that, they might charge you $150 or something, and they would fucking take it right out of the house.
I'd rather go spend that money on a chainsaw and just cut that bitch up in the basement.
Yeah.
And take it out piece by piece.
We had the same.
Hey, videotape that.
Todd, you guys would be invited. That'd be a celebration. Cat's Deli is what you're thinking of?
No.
No?
Z. Begins with a Z.
Well, it had a Z in it, so I was...
C-A-T-Z?
No, K-A-T-Z.
Okay, I hate that.
Zabars?
Yes.
There you go.
Yep. Zabars, yeah.
Zabars.
Yes, Zabars, yep.
Have you been there before? Or you
No.
just heard about it?
I've never been to New York, but I've ordered like as gift. Like this guy got me one of my old captains had got me a job at a new place, and I saw an advertisement for Zabars, and apparently it's a really cool deli in New York. And I sent him like a $150 gift basket because I said, I appreciate the help.
That's funny you mentioned that. Did you send it from Zabars? Because they will send gift baskets.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went online. They sent it to his house.
Yeah, I just pulled up their website. And dude, they got salmon and everything.
Yeah,
It would have been hilarious if he had gone through that whole thing. But no, just in a regular gift basket.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with
in my head,
Zabars.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, he's got him a gift basket. You should have got him one from Zabars.
I mean, all the time that you spent looking for that, I'd be like, no, that had nothing to do with
Fruits
it.
and festive nuts.
Yeah, I just said a fruits.
Fruitcake. It was July.
It's a great deal, though.
Oh my god. I think
I gotta click out of the site. Sorry.
you gotta click.
Oh, dude.
All right. So what's one thing I own that I should really throw out? I think it'd probably be all those goddamn Star Wars toys that are in my basement.
No.
Excuse me. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That's what you would throw out?
Yeah, I
Bob,
don't.
hang on. Hang on.
Whoa.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not
Hey.
worth anything. It's not worth the trouble.
You went from losing all those toys when you were a child that
yeah.
your mom threw away,
Yeah.
that were stowed away at one point, and
Right.
now are no longer. And you've kind of regained a little bit of that collection. I understand they're not the ones from your childhood, but you've regained a little bit of it in your adult years. You would turn around and re-throw that out.
No, I should clarify. It would be all the newer stuff, like all the stuff that was like post 1999.
Let me pose another question
Yeah.
to you then.
Like Obi-Wan earlobby?
That's
If-
exactly.
So if you're going to throw all the
You've
newer
nailed it.
stuff out,
Yeah.
you don't think that you'd ever want to leave that for your kids? And
My kids are 20.
that aside,
They've already said I don't give a fuck about any of those things.
I get it, but I know they
Yeah.
don't. But
Didn't you and your son like argue over what photo of Dick Van Dyke to put on the wall?
it wasn't Dick Van Dyke.
Rod Serling. It was Rod Serling.
Serling.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 of
Yeah,
one,
that's
half dozen.
still an ongoing debate, by the way. So yeah, he cares more about that than, and you know what? It's fine. You'll find this out, Cory. You want
Well,
you
nah,
want
I'll
certain things
I'll
for your
force that upon my kids.
you want certain things for your kids, and you hope that like they like the things that you like, that they get excited about the things that excited you. And when they don't, it's a big blow that you have to figure out how to deal with. You know, they and you show it to them, you try to get them interested, and they could give less than a shit about it. So yeah, I would keep all the ones that were like the ones from my childhood that I amassed, like, and I got a shitload of trading cards. Like that doesn't take up any space. But all these figures where it's like, you know, it's it's a big box, and I've got like dozens and dozens and dozens of them.
Wow.
They all need.
Maybe you should invite Cory over with his Funkos, and you guys can play.
Well, the funny thing is, Cecilia said something about, like, well, you could sell those.
buying into
You
that.
put it on eBay.
Of course, mine don't have any weapons. This isn't fair.
And I'm like, so I started looking up the value. I'm like, I wonder if they are worth. No, they're not.
Nothing.
There, a lot of them I bought like right in '99 when the.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, those you won't
So
see value on
so
for
those
some years, but
those I left the price tag on because the box has never been opened. And when you look at eBay, that price, same price on eBay.
Yeah,
Right.
but think about Cory's Princess Di Beanie Baby. That's worth a lot today.
I do not have a Princess Di Beanie
Cory.
Baby.
It's okay.
Okay, it's a Funko Princess Di.
Oh, there you go.
But
I wish we did. That'd be, dude. We were cleaning out Danielle's parents' old
nope,
house.
there's no Funko this segment. Sorry.
It's not Funko. This is Beanie Baby.
Sorry.
And we came across a Princess Diana one that she knew she had.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it wasn't the original. It was a repop of it. From
It was
years later.
it was a stick that was whittled from a neighborhood child.
Yeah.
I had something I was going to say, and you fucking derailed it with that joke. Did you? Sorry. So I think, Cory, you're the last one because you were looking up stuff. So what's one thing that you?
No, it was that big fucking TV down. In the
Oh,
basement.
that was it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh that yeah. Sorry.
All right. You good? Oh, thanks, man.
Yep.
Yeah, now I know what button to hit for the interlude music. Hey, we're going to take a break for about 15 minutes, but if you are listening to us on streaming services, it's only going to be 30 seconds. So you got time to run, get a drink, and then come right back.
Hey, you kids! You know who this is. Thank you for listening to the Snozcast. I've always said this show is somewhere between children's programming and hardcore pornography. But that's for you to find out. My good friends Cory, Bob, and Nick are a bit busy right now, taking a break. We all know that Nick is probably telling a horribly boring and long-winded story. Bob's proudly making love to a vinyl of the Ray Conniff Singers. And Cory is crop dusting every single person out of the studio. But fret not, my dear friends. They will be back soon.
Well, strap me to a pig and roll me in the mud. If you're still listening to the Schnozzcast, you big Egypts, then you're already ahead of the game. Me boys Nick, Cory and Bob are probably still pouring their pints, but will be back very shortly. As me old daddy-o, me old lad used to remark, here's to cheating, stealing, fighting and drinking. If you cheat, may you cheat death. If you steal, may you steal a woman's heart. And if you fight, may you fight for a brother. And if you drink, may you drink with me. Slaughter.
G'day from Down Under. Just a quick word so there's no whinging. No worries, the boys from Schnozzcast are taking a break from a ripper episode. Just grabbing a slab from the bottle-o to quench their thirst. So relax, grab yourself a coldie and enjoy the music. Ta!
Whoa, whoa there. Just hold your horses. I can tell that some of y'all are getting a little bit squirrely about waiting for Bob, Cory, and Nick to get back to business with the rest of this fine episode of Schnozcast, which is pretty as a peach. It won't be much longer now. Maybe something that's all cattywampus with the microphones or something. You know how these things are. You're preaching to the choir because I can't wait neither. Anyway, the boys are fixing to come back with a whole mess of funny stuff that's hotter than a hooker's doorknob on payday. So just take a rest and enjoy the music, darling.
Listening to the Schnozcast, dig it? My boys Cory, Nick, and Bob probably crushing some cans before the next match. Yeah, Miss Elizabeth and I never miss the opportunity to feel the excitement that is Schnozcast. Yeah, you know the Macho Man is the Tower of Power. Too sweet to be sour. Take it from the Macho Man. Hang in there, brother. Ooh, yeah.
And welcome back to episode 144 for Schnozcast. Thanks for sticking with us. Or where were you the first half? You just showed up now? All right, that's fine.
We'll accept.
Yeah. Begrudgingly take the new listeners. Todd back on?
Word.
Hey, Todd, Dylan, there's a video here that you shot over to Cory. which
I did.
He's going to pull up on a screen here. You want to either narrate or preface this with telling us what it is?
So, as some of you know, I've actually you kind of dipped a toe into being a farmer on the side, and so this video is the funniest thing. I have 6 chicks that I am raising. We're going to have our own egg-laying hens here at the Dillon estate, and so you can click the thing. That's Bo's big face, and by the way, Bo's 5 months old, and he registers 82 pounds as of today. He's the fastest growing dog we've ever had. But the funny thing is, Bo sticks his head in there, and the chickens don't run away. I'm the feeder and waterer and keeper of clean bedding in there. And I put my hand in there, and they scatter like freaking I'm the boogeyman every time I go near their little box. But Bo is allowed to stick his whole face in there and touch them. And I'm like, one of us is actually trying to eat you.
maybe he's a chicken herding dog.
He's a chicken magnet.
Wow.
I think it's the funniest thing though. I have a 5-month-old puppy with no impulse control sticking his head into a bin full of baby chicks, and he's controlling himself, which is amazing.
That is.
And the chickens aren't afraid of him. But like I said, I'm the feeder, so I figured that, and I try and handle them. I've had them for about 2.5 weeks now, thinking that they'll get used to me. And every time I stick my hand in there, they scatter like freaking death is on the way.
Todd, go ahead, Cory.
It is impressive that he hasn't, because I thought that's the way the video was going to go, that all of a sudden it was going to be a dog sucking up a bunch of little baby chickens.
Dude. That's what you got?
When he said that, I opened it up, and I was
that's
looking
what,
at it, I'm like,
that's what you do?
I'm like, oh, this is about to go real bad. And then it stopped, and I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, okay. But
right.
do you think you'll be able to bond at least a couple of the chickens with the dog, and so they're like growing up together and they're best of friends? And
that's why we got the chickens at this age. And Bo, originally we had planned to do this with Jackson before he passed away because he was such a gentle soul. And so yeah, we got the chickens now so that we could bond them together. And it looks like they already have, because he would get in there with them. The other cool thing is, so he every now and again he'll slip away, and I'm like, oh no, where's Bo? And I'm thinking he's up there and he's either tipped something over or eaten one of them. And the sound that they make is actually pretty soothing, the chicks. And so I'll catch him up there taking a nap. He'll sit up there and take a nap. And then Bo and I have this really, really awesome ritual. At the end of the night, every night before I go to bed, I walk up to check in on them, make sure that everybody's healthy and that the temperature is good and that their water is clean before I go to bed. And and usually everybody's kind of passed out downstairs, and I sneak upstairs to do that. And Bo will inevitably come up with me. And what's cool is I'm like, all right, buddy, the chickens are all good. The water's changed. And I can sneak through that room and go into my master bedroom. But Bo, and we will both kind of walk away together, and Bo will go back downstairs and sleep downstairs while I go to my bedroom. So it's pretty cool. We got a cool little chicken ritual going.
So to speak from experience, when I had chickens, I often told like my family members when I was raising chicks that they literally, the first thing they saw coming out of the shell was me. I fed them, I changed the bedding, I did everything, and up until they were grown chickens, I would even go into the room, and they would all but almost kill themselves trying to get away. Like, fly into walls. They would fly into each other. Like it was as if like it was the apocalypse. Like the room was on fire, and they were like, "Oh, we got to do something." And I remember screaming at them. I'm like, "You fucking idiots!"
that's why they were
For all you know, I'm your mother. Like this is the first thing you saw in this world. I'm taking care of you. I do everything, and you still go batshit fucking crazy. Like when I go even near the cage, I'm like, you fucking idiots. So that's one, and then two. The second, my buddy who had chickens on his farm told me one time. He's like, he's like 6'4", was this gentle giant. He's like, yeah, I lost one of the chicks last night. I'm like, why? Well,
I just put a little chicken wire around them, and I came out, and one of them was lying in the cage without a head.
I don't like that guy.
I go.
I just met him, and I don't like him.
I go. Yeah, he wasn't a likable person. But I said he had no head. So apparently they would stick their head out of the chicken wire, and a hawk or an owl came down and fucking ripped it off and ate it from being outside. So you may want to have like a prison does, and have that little fence where like the guards can drive around right on the outside of the actual fence, because
the fence within the fence.
Yeah, because that may happen.
But, so you guys haven't seen the chicken coop Taj Mahal that's been built on the estate. So they have their fully covered, fully hawk proof.
Todd, I really hate to cut you off here, but you missed a huge chance there to name the Coupe de Ville.
I wouldn't say you missed it. Todd.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, Mary's got designs on a different name for the coop, but no, we have that covered. Plus, actually, we have hawks and owls and everything, and all manner of other birds of prey around my house quite a bit. But I have found the perfect deterrent, which is also fun for me. Hawks and owls and other birds of prey do not like my drone, and I can chase them and actually fly as fast or faster than many of them. So
some pretty bitchin' videos out there of birds like that catching drones like yours.
That would suck so bad.
Wouldn't it? But honestly,
cool though.
Wouldn't
it would be a sweet video if you could recover it.
Wouldn't it be the Coupe de Dille?
Coupe de Dille.
Wouldn't that be better?
I see that one stuck with you.
He was just waiting for. He's like, pretty soon I'm gonna get. I'm patient. I'm a patient man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, this is my first foray into chickens, and it's been a pretty interesting ride.
But so Todd, so you're deterrent for the hawks. So you have to just buy a fleet of drones and just be out there 24/7.
No. The chicken coop has its own attached run that they can go into that is hawk proof.
Yeah.
And I figure when I let them out to free range in the rest of the garden area, which is fenced and has an electric thing, I can actually just fly the drone at about 30 feet and have it hovering. The hawks do not like that drone. It makes enough noise.
I bet the
and it's as big as they are. Well,
so Todd, a little pro tip. You may, I'm assuming if it's a Coupe de Ville of coops.
Okay, that's enough with coops.
No. I'm not being punny. I'm saying that it has like the brooding boxes inside, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So you can actually buy fake eggs.
I know. I already ordered them.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and it encourages them to brood or to lay the eggs where you want them to.
Yep, exactly. Because they'll lay them on the floor otherwise. Yep. I read the book.
Oh,
I'm a dork, dude. Dude, I've read more chicken books and watched more chicken videos in the last while.
Okay.
And I've been terrified that I'm going to lose one.
I mean, you're gonna lose one.
I was gonna say that's inevitable, but
yeah.
Why am I gonna lose one?
What book was that, Todd?
Because they're little chicks, and you let your dog stick his face in their cage. You're gonna lose one.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
What was the book that you read?
There's all manner of chicken books, man. I got chicken magazine.
How do chicken for dummies?
Chicken magazine. So let me back.
Chicken eggs for the soul.
Hang on. No, hang on.
Hanging out on an audio podcast is what we really want to do.
Yep. This is called Chickens 101. Chickens 101. It's, if you're watching at home, it's on the video. I've been doing my research. I know about chickens.
I know about chickens.
There was a legit magazine held up to the camera that said Chickens 101.
So Todd, about how old did you hatch them or did you buy them?
I didn't hatch them. So in 2 weeks, I have another 7 showing up. That's a different story, but I did not hatch them. They were 1 and 2 weeks old when I got 2 weeks ago.
I'm sorry, you broke up right there. What's that?
They were 1 and 2 week olds when I got them 2 weeks ago.
Now, I
have
specific breeder of chicken, or are they actual are they guineas?
No, I have 2 Easter eggers,
Oh, nice.
Two lavender Orpingtons, which laid really dark brown eggs.
Yep.
And 2 blue copper marins.
I'm not familiar with those, but the Easter
one is.
eggers. No, actually, Jen and Al posted today on Facebook like a whole basket of what looked like dyed Easter eggs in different colors, and they were from Easter egging chickens that lay different color, like lavender, yellow, pink, like all different color eggs. So
All different colors, yeah. And I have in 2 weeks I'll receive 2 black giants, which are Jersey Giant chickens, 2 barred rock chickens, and 2 blue Andalusians.
Ooh,
and then the funny thing is I didn't.
An Andalusian blue, that's good. That's nice.
And the funny thing is, I forgot this. So I signed up for all the vaccinations and all this other stuff. And since I bought all the bells and whistles on these chicks, these guys will show up 2 days old when I get these. But the funny thing is, I get and 1 free mystery chick.
Ooh, that's always.
And the
fun.
scary bit is unsexed. I don't eat any roosters. That's been the thing is because we're not using them. We're not growing them for meat. We're growing them just for eggs.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a so the funny thing is, and with my young ones, I'm like, there's a chance that some of these are roosters too. So I'll probably have like 15 roosters lying around here.
Yeah, you might because
That's when you lose 1 or 2.
I got a bunch of eggs from a farm and I hatched them, and I found out very soon that most of them are roosters.
60-40, baby.
Yep.
That's good that we caught up on
That's
farming news.
Our chickening.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Conagra.
With Todd Dillon.
Smooth my balls.
Gentleman's agreement. Oh, it's the MF and gentleman's agreement. Oh, done.
Sorry, we had to move on, fellas.
Yeah, I love it.
From the chicken talk.
Yeah.
I feel like I always start with Todd, although other people feel like Todd never goes first, but I feel like I call on you first every time.
I'm happy to do it.
Cory.
Yes.
Dude. I just said. All right, Cory, you had to watch a Queen's Gambit. I don't know who assigned it to you.
From Krabby.
Okay.
So the Queen's Gambit on Netflix. I'm going to give a very, very quick synopsis here. Orphan learns how to play chess. She gets her period, and then she plays more chess.
Wow. A critically acclaimed series, and dude says it sucks ass.
My final thoughts on the movie or the series: if you like chess, definitely watch it.
I watched about 3 episodes of that, and I'm like, okay, I can't see where this is going to go any further. So
I got 4 in, and I was struggling. Starts off insanely slow, picks up a little bit, and then today here after giving the review, done with it.
yeah, I feel the same way.
Okay.
Wow.
How
I haven't watched
episodes
it.
did you get in?
4.
You watch 4?
Yeah.
Are they hour-long episodes?
No, I watched 4 episodes.
Yeah, aren't they hour-long episodes?
No, are they?
I can't remember. It's been a while.
I thought they were.
Oh, then I watched way too much.
You did.
Yeah.
You didn't have to watch it. You have a habit of doing that.
I do, but I like to be.
You watch way more than you have to, and you come back saying it was the absolute worst.
Yeah, no, like,
that is true. He consistently just hate the things he watches a lot of.
No, like Ballers.
Cory's a hurt.
I just finished that last night, as a matter of fact.
Cory's a hurt so good kind of guy.
Yeah.
He is. Remember with Lost? Remember he's gonna watch fucking
5 seasons.
Yeah. Just to prove
it was all awful.
Just to prove that I hated it.
It was.
It was 37 hours of television.
No, and I'm not saying it's a horrible series. It didn't have its place for me. Can
I ask a question?
Yes.
Why did you have to? Because I'm a chess guy, so I like chess. I'm not very good at chess. I'm not a student of the chess game. But why do you have to like chess to like it? Can you expound a little bit on that?
No, I mean you don't have to. That's just it. That's what it's based around. And
Probably helps if you don't hate chess.
Oh, I mean, dude. Again, if you were a huge fan of chess, like this is probably maybe I don't know for sure, so I'm going to say there might be 5 other movies out there that are solely based around chess, and that's not fact. That's just my thinking. There's got to be other movies or series out there based around chess. If not, then this is your holy grail. Someone finally made a series revolving around the game of chess.
I mean, it's okay. Like, it's kind of riveting, like in the first couple episodes, but it doesn't seem like that they can really do much more because, I mean, I've never played chess, and I guess if you really liked it, I mean, the whole show is based on this girl basically trained who has a mind for chess. She's like a savant, and she is doing fantastic at it and knows the Krapusky attack and all this other crap, and there's a lot of chess terms and shit. But beyond that, I mean, maybe I'm not doing it justice because I didn't watch it beyond that, but it was just I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. It could have been like an hour and 30-minute movie, and I probably would have been like, yeah, this is cool. But as a series, no.
Because I'm curious, because again, I don't know any of the moves. I know it's funny. One of the things that I want to do as a thing with my little brother from Big Brothers Big Sisters is we've been doing very much media-y things, right? Movies and things like that. I was going to teach him how to play chess, and if he knows how to play with it, because I don't know any of the moves. I know the rules of the game. But I know that it's a thinking person's kind of, and I was wondering, it's highbrow, but I think Nick, you actually probably laid the thing. If you need to know like the key strategies and different approaches and which one defeats the other, then maybe it's not much. But I've been curious to watch it because it got so many awards. But I was like, I don't care about the awards, and I'm not a chess diva. I know how to play. If you set up a board, I know what pawns can do, what rooks can do, what bishops can do, what kings and queens can do. But otherwise, I'm like, I just know how that, and then I'm playing checkers.
And it wouldn't be lost upon you if you didn't know like all the strategies and everything. Like you'd still be able to get through the series.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all the awards and everything come from it because it's kind of more of your artsy kind of
cerebral kind of.
Yeah. It's not an action movie. It's not the best casted movie with all these famous actors. So I think that's where a lot of its awards came from, kind of being like that. Not like underground film, but more top of the line underground film, if you will, if that makes any sense.
Yep. Okay. No, it's interesting. I think I have to watch it and then see where I land on it. But no, I think you guys do it justice. That's why I want to ask the question. Thank you.
I'll take the counterpoint to that and say I watched the whole thing. I never played a minute of chess in my life, and I thought it was fantastic.
Ooh.
Because I thought the genius of what they did was that on the one hand, I didn't have to know anything about chess to understand what was going on, the interplay between the players, and the fact that they were using a strategy and how they were going to. I didn't have to know anything about chess to get the gist of what was going on, but at the same time, people who are like hardcore chess players were saying that it was great because all of those moves were absolutely spot on. Like there was,
I don't doubt that,
real shit. But a lot of times they take some shortcuts or the editing isn't good. Like it's not like doing a football movie where you just have to make sure you go 4 downs, 4 quarters.
Easy, big fella.
Right, but you're also talking.
Chess, there's a lot of strategy, and it takes a long time to get from to explain why you're going in the direction you're going to win the game.
Yeah, but it takes less to do that with 2 people sitting in front of a chessboard than actually a whole group of people replaying a football scene.
But everybody understands football. Most people do anyway.
Most Americans, and even still, they don't really understand it. They're just rooting for Tom Brady.
But it's much easier to sit down around a chessboard and explain that on film than I said. Yeah, to have a whole group of people reenact a football scene. So I kind of see what you're saying, but
I'm gonna watch it. That's you guys. Cool. I'm gonna watch it. You guys have given me enough to say I gotta at least look at it.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
And it would only make sense because most of the people in the room that are talking right now don't like it. So Todd's probably going to give it an A. So when you give something that you really like to Todd, it's probably going to be a solid C-.
right, Todd, you
Yes.
are up
Yes,
next.
sir.
You had to watch
Okay.
Unbanned.
I did, and I'm surprised I never heard of it.
I am too.
Documentary from Cory. And Cory, I want to be a hard grader on you, but I got to give you a solid A.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. There is a couple of points. It's a documentary about, and I think it's Unbanned: The Legend of AJ1. And it's a documentary about how Michael Jordan in his ascent to greatness, and less about Michael Jordan. It's just about Air Jordans. It is the story of Nike and a company that was a floundering shoe company, and truly floundering on the brink of collapse and bankruptcy, took the biggest risk in the history of risks, and then ran into the biggest pothole ditch ever, overcame that, and then they layered in our social consciousness. If you watch this, you can't help but see kind of what's going on in America now. The movie is a couple of years old. I literally had to look back because I'm like, holy cow, this isn't post pandemic. It gives you some insight, regardless of your political views. It gives you insight on kind of how amazing it is that the fact that Air Jordans is one of the most popular shoe brands, regardless of sport. I had just picked up recently on the fact that many of the NFL teams are wearing the Air Jordan shoes as cleats. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And I remember being a kid wanting a pair of and we played my high school basketball team got that first generation of Air Jordan, the Air Jordan 1s for our team. And thankfully, we were red and white because I think my school would have absolutely pushed back on it. But amazing documentary. I could gush on it for 30 minutes. Solid A because, and by the way, if you don't like sports, if you don't like basketball, even if you don't like Michael Jordan, it's still worth watching. There's too much really, really good, relevant information about our history as a country and what Air Jordans mean to the world to not watch it. I would recommend this. It's a solid A because I'm going to recommend it to everybody that I know, and people who don't watch it because they don't like sports or whatever reason I'll be trying to talk them out of. Don't watch it for that.
They're dead to you, those folks?
No. I'm just saying there will be people who I don't like basketball. I don't like Michael Jordan. I don't care. I don't want to hear just the brand Air Jordans and the history of it and the people who are in it. Jason Sudeikis, Mark, who's who of people. The guy who actually invented the shoe. But if you've heard of Air Jordans, you should watch this. And if you haven't, then maybe you should skip it.
That's solid.
Oh,
that's why I gave it an A.
I'm glad you liked it. You were that I picked that out for. That was very specific for you. So
thank you. I don't know that because again I'd never heard of it, so I never would have picked it up. And by the way, and I searched it. Before I got to Hulu, I was searching Netflix and Prime, and I'm like, what the hell? And I kept saying, but they were listing like AJ1, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I forgot to add the little subtitle there.
All right.
It made it even better.
Fantastic.
Solid A.
Yeah, you guys are done sucking each other off. That Cory didn't make the movie, by the way, Todd. He just assigned it to you. So Cory said thank you 5 times. Well, thank you very much. I'm like, okay. So
when we were making it, we were
produced the documentary. All right.
All right, you guys got a shot sitting there.
Yeah, we do have a shot.
Get
Todd,
to it.
get to it.
I got one. I got it.
Bob, grab your regular vape thing, and you can do that with us.
Baba Ganoush.
All right. Nick, you had stripes.
I had stripes from Cory, I'm assuming.
No, for me.
Oh,
I took the risk. I tested the waters, Nick.
Couldn't hear word. Repeat that, Todd.
Yeah, you broke up.
I said, Todd took the risk. This was a Todd assignment.
Mm-hmm.
I took the risk because he didn't like Caddyshack, but he liked Bill Murray. And I'm like, so I need to figure out if things don't age well with Nick, or if it's just the movies themselves. So I assigned him this.
Yeah. Okay. So I watched Stripes with Bill Murray, and
it's always a great start when they repeat what they watched and why they watched it.
Yeah. But I'm gonna throw you for a curveball. I really enjoyed it. I did.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. I'm not big on the letter grade. But I don't feel that you should you should put people down like that. But I do. Wow. But I did enjoy it. Clearly it was somewhat antiquated from when it was made. So many familiar faces. One of the characters was the dad I recognized in the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. The button-up dad with the sweater that had like the curly hair. He was one of the characters in Stripes that I recognized his face immediately. I recognized the captain, John whatever, some kind of Polish name.
John Larroquette?
Yes, it was not Polish, but yeah, Larroquette. At first, for whatever reason, when I see him in old movies, I always think of Dan Aykroyd. Like his face reminds me of that.
Okay.
But I knew it wasn't, so I looked it up. If a movie is making me like look up actors, like it's typically good. Okay. The other guy, one of the other characters, was he, which would make sense, but was he also in Ghostbusters?
There's a bunch of dudes. This is who's who. Harold Ramis
was the guy.
John Candy.
I know John Candy, but was the guy with the big glasses like the secondary character? Yeah. Wasn't he in Ghostbusters?
Egon.
Yeah. So yeah, of course. And it makes sense because the buddy movies of our time, they kind of like the Adam Sandler and all those guys that are in the same movies together. They all typically, David Spade and things like that. And then now, the guys that are all in old school, like do a lot of movies together. So I guess it would make sense back then that the same thing happened.
I think Harold Ramis wrote or co-wrote all those movies.
Did he really?
Ghostbusters, Stripes,
wow.
Caddyshack.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like you would, I could see where you kind of took a risk, and I could see because it's somewhat hokey. But I do have to give credit where credit's due and pass out the positive energy to you.
Thank you
for one assigning it, but also to Cory because Cory opened my eyes to Bill Murray with that documentary. And had I not seen that documentary, I probably would have thought that it was pretty retarded. Like I wouldn't really want to watch it. But knowing as much as I knew about Bill Murray, I like him as a person, and I could respect him a lot more in what he did. So
that's awesome. Hey, so and the other funny thing, I delighted in assigning it to you, and I'm glad that you liked it. And that actually proves that things can be timeless, because I love that. But that movie is the movie that I'll remember to the day I die. Like if I'm like an Alzheimer's, don't remember anybody or anything, I know that the one thing that's impressed on my brain, that is the first movie that I saw boobies that weren't my mom's. And it was freaking fabulous when what's his name?
Todd, I don't think that's how Alzheimer's works, but yeah, the coolest part the coolest part of that movie was the titty bar, the mud wrestling, the scene where his girlfriend's getting naked. You could tell like, okay, I probably wasn't a bunch of women that directed this movie. But
who was it? I can't remember if it was John Larroquette or who it was. But when he was looking with his spyglass into the women's shop,
it was John Larroquette, the cast.
That was the first boobie that I'd ever seen, and I was like,
"No,
Lord.
That's not true." Because earlier in the movie, his girlfriend broke up with him, and she was topless.
She was naked and topless. Those were the first movie.
But you can't go. All the plants are going to die.
Yeah. So that you touched on that.
Yeah.
I've heard that quote somewhere.
Yeah, I say it all the fucking time.
It's not from you.
Yes, it is.
You fucking dolt.
I've literally said it around
It's
you
not
probably
from-
20
It's
times.
not from you.
It's
I'm
absolutely
saying
from me.
I've seen it. Like
you don't hang around with anybody else who watches movies.
I'm not talking about hanging around with people. I'm talking about like I've seen it like in a movie before, like where someone else has quoted that from that movie.
Listen to what you just said. Your explanation for why you're right is that you saw it in a movie somewhere. That is false. You've only seen like 3 movies.
But this is coming from a man that
and
remembers
one of them is the
nothing
one
from
you're
anything.
talking about. Because I
you don't
say it
remember
all, I
anything.
literally just said it.
But you're a person that doesn't remember anything.
Todd, we are.
I say it all the time.
You and I are witnessing the implosion of the podcast right now. all the stars and planets have aligned.
Exactly.
But here's what I'm trying to say. If it was someone that had a staunch record of like remembering every single moment in time and like, yes, this is when this happened. Yes, it's not. But I constantly call you and you're like, did I do that? I have no idea.
That was like the night before if I had been drunk.
So do I trust you now or you then? Like, which Bob do I trust?
Me then.
But so you then. I trust you then.
Yeah.
The one that doesn't remember.
No.
Yeah.
The one that did the things that
So
I'm telling
you
you
now.
they
I
did.
should trust you now. It's very
Yeah.
confusing. Anyhow, yes.
Just trust me when I say.
I'm just glad he liked it.
I did, yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
maybe it was my subconscious memory of Bob carping on about the plants are going to die. You know,
I think it's funny that he says. I think that's funny though. That's the line. My tagline is "That's the facts, Jack." and every now and again, like somebody will say something like, "That's the facts, Jack." Absolutely, that is
the part that I loved the most was knowing the backstory from Cory, like through because obviously Cory directed it, but knowing the backstory from what he assigned me, and knowing that in that documentary they actually explain the scene where he throws the MP girl up on the stove. And they explained from her point of view. She gave an interview, and she said that none of that was planned. Bill Murray just did that. He was big into improv in movies, and he threw her up on the stove, and she just had to react like it was going on. And he went in the drawer of props. Obviously, it was a fake kitchen, and he pulled out a spatula and started putting it under her ass and trying to flip her like a burger, and none of that was a part of the scene. So
that's awesome.
That kind of shit really cracked me up.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I do remember that from the documentary. That was one of the things that they said it was pouring rain outside, and that's why they were even standing in that part of the studio. And it went in there, and the director was like, "Hey, bring the cameras over here," because Bill started kind of messing around with her a little bit, and he's like, "This is gonna be great." He's like, "So they set a camera up in the little kitchen area, and there was the ice cream scooper."
Yeah.
Apparently there was.
It was a very sexual innuendo.
Yeah, he tried doing something with an ice cream scooper.
It was off camera.
Yeah, and the guy that was doing the documentary asking about it, she was like, "Yeah, I can't even say what he was doing with that."
Yeah, because it was off camera, and she was reacting like as an actor or an actress, and he's like, "What do you think I'm going to do with this?" And she's like, "I don't know." And then it went off camera, and she reacted like he was like putting it up her thighs, And
probably a little more than that.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "But," and it's amazing because now, Bill Murray would be in jail, if it was someone that it was not well received to this day, that he would be, he would be considered sexual assault and everything else. But they basically said that like at the time, Bill Murray was this beautiful storm that you just didn't try and control. And when he got that look in his eyes and he got in that mode, you just kind of let it happen.
Because he's brilliant.
And she said that at that moment, none of that was scripted. And she said he was so phenomenal as an actor. She's like, "Oh my God, he was looking at me with these big, beautiful blue eyes." And she's like, for that moment, I was his love interest. I was his girlfriend. She's like, and we had this like great connection. She goes, but the crazy part is that she's like, I never talked to Bill Murray or met him before that scene. Like,
wow.
We were just thrown into it. And she goes, but you would believe that, we both had this kind of tag team love interest in the movie. She's like, all of a sudden he's just on set and it's like action, and that's just what happened. And I'm like, wow, that's why I could appreciate it a lot more, you know.
You know what's funny, Nick? I think I figured you out on Bill Murray too. By the way, I won't beat this horse. The big thing is, so Bill Murray's. If you look at that Caddyshack, he shouldn't win an award because that's the worst role.
Yeah,
I think that Caddyshack is about Ted Knight, a guy who's not he's a straight guy, and Rodney Dangerfield. So I wonder if I got to find the best Rodney Dangerfield movie I've ever watched. Because that's the thing I'm saying. You like Bill Murray, and Stripes was done right, and I won't beat this horse, but I think I figured out the trick with you. I'm excited to give you another movie that might be a chance because I get A's all the time.
We'll see, buddy. Don't go. You got to go out on a high note. So, but moving along, we've talked about this for way too fucking long.
All right, who's already gone? Is everybody going with me? Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we started this like an hour ago.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, I had to watch The Circle. This is an absolute waste of 2 hours of my life that I'll never get back. It was hands down, since we started this podcast, the worst thing I've ever had to watch. I get what they were trying to do, but every single person in the show was completely unwatchable and the stupidest reality show I've ever seen. It was the hardest thing in the world to be able to give this review, and the only way I can give it is by actually watching 2 hours of it, and that was really fucking tough.
So, I think it's a generational. It might be because
I've watched a bunch of reality shows.
Yeah, I know, but Cory assigned it. Cory liked it. I liked it, and Cory is not. I mean, I'm not defending it. Like, I'm just different strokes for different folks.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
I feel like you.
I'm not saying you're stupid if you liked it.
No.
I found it to be.
Didn't you
horrible.
talk about like, oh, I love The Real World when it was on?
I watched way too much Jersey Shore, and it was a horrible show. But I was addicted to that show. But I maybe it is a generational thing.
It might be
all of the people. So there's. If you've never heard anybody review this on the podcast before, which I would find really hilarious if that was true, basically 8 people all go into an apartment. Each of them gets a apartment in the apartment building. Sorry, they're not all in the same apartment. They're in the same apartment building. Each of them gets their own apartment, and they go in there. They've not met each other at all, or laid eye contact on each other, and they will stay supposedly for the whole show. And never see the other contestants, but they have these TVs and cameras everywhere in the room, and the only interaction that they have is through this AI that's on the TV that's voice activated, and it will type whatever you want, and it acts like a social network between you and the other apartment dwellers. And God, this is fucking depressing even just to talk about it. It's so stupid.
You don't have to talk about it. You didn't like it,
but all of the people, not one of the people were sympathetic in any way. I had no.
Not Shoebomb?
No, not even that dude.
Why?
None of them were there. There were no redeeming qualities. Nothing that made me root for them. I'm like, I had no interest in what happened to these people. And the whole point of the show is how do they navigate the game and do the different challenges and come out on top and make the best use of social media. And I didn't care whether any of them ever did.
Now, here's my only retort to all of everything that was just said.
Uh-huh.
You said it was generational.
Retort.
Oh, he said it was generational.
Yeah, I feel like
said
it might
maybe
be.
You're right. I don't know.
I said maybe it might be. Yeah.
But as we were just talking about on the break, who really
but she
really
watches,
enjoyed it?
I think she watches anything.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if that's the best,
I mean, I wouldn't set the standard off of it.
No,
but given the conversation we had, I mean.
But it's all good because it's great for me because I mean one you get to the bottom of the barrel, you don't have much to give, and it's but I will say this, it definitely gives me a wider spectrum, or a more specific, let's say, spectrum of what he likes and what he doesn't. And that's what this is all about.
Well, and I think that's the really cool part, too, that I was going to follow up with the generational thing, was that you have one person that you know that was so obsessed with it after watching it here for a couple episodes.
Yeah,
they went
episode,
home and watched the rest of the season.
Sure.
And then you have someone in the
same age
group, same demographic, basically, except for male and female.
Yeah.
And he did not like it.
Couldn't stand it. Yeah.
So,
and I can't explain it because what's the difference between this and Jersey Shore? All the people in Jersey Shore were just as unlikable. They're fucking idiots. But for whatever reason, it was a train wreck show that I was like, yeah, I got to see what these idiots are up to next. But I never thought that about this show. I just never did. I'm like, I don't
just
give a shit what they
didn't
have to
do
watch.
that. Yeah.
No, but I'm like, I can't come on and give a review where I'm shitting all over it if I quit and I don't watch what I'm supposed to watch.
I felt very much so that it was a guilty pleasure. It was something like, I'm like, why am I watching the 5th episode of this?
But something in your brain was like, nope, got to keep going.
Yeah.
And my brain was like, nope, got to stop.
That's like Love After Lockup for me. I won't ever assign it to anybody because I know that it shouldn't be watched, but it's a guilty pleasure.
All right, new assignments.
Yeah, new assignments. So the algorithm says that I got Nick, Cory's got me, Todd's got Cory, and Nick has Todd.
Okay.
Anyone want to go first?
Yes, I'll go first.
All right, here we go.
I never do. So, Todd, I'm going to assign
Yes,
you, first and foremost, I'm hoping that you haven't seen it.
I feel like he'll tell you.
Sweet Tooth.
Never heard of it.
It's on Netflix, just came out.
Okay.
I highly recommend. It's not a show that you need to watch sober.
Just came out?
Okay.
I thought it just came, to me it just came out. When did it come out?
Like a year and a half ago.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not, as far as I'm concerned, that's not, dude, you're sending me shows from the 70s, so, I mean, that's not that long ago. So, Cory, did you watch it?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts, real quick, just without telling anything about the show?
With Todd, it's going to be rough.
I mean, with anything with Todd.
Just stop talking. Let's let him.
Yeah. I'm going for a different angle with Todd.
What's it name again in network?
Sweet Tooth, and it's
Sweet
on
Tooth.
Netflix.
Netflix, okay. Sweet Tooth, Netflix. Got it.
Yeah, and you have to have a pretty active imagination. If you don't, you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah, I got one of those.
I wouldn't even say that. Just let him.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Todd, you got Cory.
I know, and I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
You need
Give me
some
a
time?
sec.
You need some time?
I do.
All right, Cory,
Yep.
you got me.
Bob.
Cory.
So I was trying to do too many things at once there. For you, there was something I did have lined up, actually, and I just need to find it here.
That's all right. I feel like we're down to like. It's not that I can't think of anything. It's that I have
No,
a
that's
list of
I literally
shit
had
for Nick that is so long. I'm like, what do I give him? Which of these gems?
Got you, buddy.
Okay.
Have you seen Searching for Sugar Man?
Yes.
Fuck. All that for nothing.
All right. Well, so go back to the drawing board. Let me go back to my list, and I'll take
Yes,
I'll
go
take
ahead,
a turn.
sorry.
All right, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get. So I was gonna give you one, but then I realized that there was a much better one.
Okay.
You got Rushmore.
Okay. Documentary?
No, it's a movie.
All right. Who's been to Mount Rushmore?
I would love to go to Mount Rushmore.
That wasn't the question.
Well, the only one you've been. I feel like you really want to go back, and I want you to take them with you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
It was great.
Hey, Cory, I'm going to Mount Rushmore.
So I hear.
Woo!
Good for you, buddy.
Oh, thanks, man.
You did it.
Look at you going to Mount Rushmore.
I'm glad you picked up.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, you have Too Funny to Fail.
Is it a documentary?
God, I hope it fails.
I think I've seen it.
I hope it fails.
I think I've seen it.
What's it about?
It's about something that's so funny. Failing is not an option.
Todd, seriously, have a gummy or drink heavily when you watch that show.
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen this.
God damn it, Bob. This never happens.
Yeah, I just happen to have that. So, Todd, have you given any thought to?
I have. I'm gonna take a leap here. I think Cory may have seen this, but have you seen the Magnificent Seven?
Yes.
The original or the remake?
The remake.
Seen both.
You seen both?
Yeah.
All right.
We've watched them together.
Both of them? No, we haven't.
We watched the remake.
Yeah, the
together.
remake.
He doesn't remember. He doesn't understand.
Don't fucking touch me. All right, Todd, you got to go back to the drawing board.
I got another one. Is it? Have you seen the Pelican Brief, Denzel?
No.
No. Actually, take that back. It's the Manchurian Candidate. I'm sorry.
Yes, I've seen
I'm
Manchurian Candidate.
The original or the remake?
The remake with Denzel.
I've seen the one with Denzel.
No, I'm talking about the original with Frank Sinatra.
I'm not rewatching that.
Oh, Todd.
No, that's a hard no.
Okay. Have you seen the Pelican Brief with Denzel?
No, that I have not.
There you go.
All right.
That took forever.
Sorry.
I still have to give
That's
you your
okay.
movie.
Yeah. No, I know we're not done.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ, where did I type Rushmore? I literally just typed in Rushmore now.
Dude, I'll take you, okay? Relax.
Thanks, man. Hey, Cory, I'm going to Mount Rushmore.
Come on, Bob. I got your snacks.
Look at you, buddy.
You're technically not allowed on that land.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't say on Mount Rushmore.
Whoa, hold on.
Mount Rushmore.
And that's without
I meant
drinking, ladies and gentlemen.
around Mount Rushmore. All right. I'm ready,
I would
Cory.
love to go to Mount Rushmore.
See, if I picked it as the title for the episode now, he's going to claim that it's, because you said it.
No, I think that'd be great.
Oh, you're going to change your tune this time?
Mount Rushmore.
All right.
See, the more he says it and then he laughs after, it sticks in your head. So when you hear it again, you're like, oh, that's going to be the title.
It's going to be like Mount Mushmouth.
I figured out his algorithm.
My algorithm?
No, his.
That's what I do? I plant the seed?
Yes. How to get Bob to... It's a
No,
suggestive way.
Wouldn't you think he'd plant seeds all the time then? Because I don't... Every episode is not titled after something Nick
No,
said.
most of them are not what I say.
No, but then when it is something and
It's never what I say.
Like, oh, that could be a title.
Oh, that's not true.
Then it's
Like
played on.
the one episode I specifically remember was about Bob. It was Secret Baby.
Yeah.
When Bob had a secret baby.
But that was something I said.
Right.
Yeah.
So funny.
Anyway.
If you've seen this, I completely give up. You have the final member on Hulu.
All right, let's just assume I haven't seen it.
I know, dude. There's no way you have. And I say, as a matter of fact, I'll go this far.
Yeah.
If you pull up the title screen whenever,
yeah,
and you're like, I've seen it, I'm done with the Shenanigans.
You're gonna. Why don't you just don't leave the podcast? Just pay my Hulu bill for the month.
Cory, have you seen
I'll
Dance?
do both.
Cory, have
I'll
you
leave the Shenanigans and pay your Hulu.
Cory,
bill.
have you seen Dance Revolution?
The video game?
No,
Oh,
the
Dance.
the series. Jigga 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 dance.
Oh no, that's so you think you can dance.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that didn't work out so well.
No, it worked out great because Cory knows.
I do.
All right, I think we're all good. Everybody knows what they got.
What they came for?
Pick of the week.
And Todd, it's in. Do we even have time for the pick of the week?
Real quick, we don't have to explain it. Just what our pick of the week is very quickly.
All right, fair enough. Cory, artwork. Pronto.
Got it.
Pick of the week. What do I got here? Have I done MeUndies yet?
Yes.
Fuck.
And you've also asked about it like several times.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're not very good.
I'll go first.
Damn it.
So think of something.
I got something.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. So there's a website out there called mynoise.net. I don't know why, but in the last year or so, I've fallen back on white noise type stuff, like rain sounds. I know specifically after we were in Tawas, I was looking for an app that would give me like a combination of rain and fire sounds together, like I was in the beach.
Yeah.
So mynoise.net is a site that tries to do some of that, but it actually does a pretty good job of, so you get to pick different categories of if you want to focus in a noisy environment, if you want to sleep, if you want to calm down, then you can pick up a couple of different choices. And I think that there's some pay options or stuff you could subscribe to, but it does a good job with.
What is happening?
It's raining on my tent on mynoise.com.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'm glad it wasn't me. He was looking like, are you that stupid? Out this website.
Oh my God.
So anyway, if you need white noise to sleep, if you're interested in some of those sleep sounds, mynoise.net, give it a shot.
That's pretty cool.
It sounds awesome.
I like it. So mine's gonna be really quick. I've had this for about 5 months and I never tried it. I got this at some place up in Lansing, Upper Hand Brewing Company from the UP. Laughing Fish is the name of the beer. The only reason I picked it is we have property up in Laughing Whitefish Point up on Lake Superior. This is right from that area. But it's a refreshing summer ale, and it's actually got the latitude and longitude on the top of the can, which is pretty cool. UP specific, Michigan specific beer. Upper Hand Brewing Company, Laughing Fish beer is mine. That's what I'm drinking tonight.
Excellent, sir. Cory, you got one?
I do. Mystic Not Work.
Sorry, what?
Mystic Not Work.
They make sausages?
Not Knockwurst.
Oh.
Not Work. They're a company that does a lot of different nautical themed bracelets, different home decor, things of that nature. That everything's handmade.
I'm gonna go on a limb.
Yes.
Is it KNOT?
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm already-
You should probably
I'm already
say
there.
that. Because
Yeah, yeah.
normally
Well-
the K is silent, so it sounds like you're saying
Mystic-
not work.
Mystic.
That's what he did say.
Yeah.
He
That's
said
what I
mystic not work.
Yeah.
He had to give the explanation to know that was a K.
I don't.
You could have.
I got it right away, Bob.
All right.
Bob, when he said it originally, you're right. He was in the wrong. But then, as soon as he said
the wrong.
originally, but then he actually gave a description about handmade.
Great point.
And he cut to the chase. They make bracelets and whatnot, keychains.
Home decor.
It's beautiful.
So that's actually where I got my new bracelet from, and
It looks like a garter.
yes,
It does look like a garter. Are you getting ready?
I am. That's the whole point.
Okay.
Can we take that off your thigh later tonight?
Good luck, buddy.
It's
Gonna really have to grip onto it.
It's going to be really far up my thigh.
Get your teeth right in between. that sack
Okay.
and the-
All right. Nope.
Todd.
We're done.
Yes, sir.
You got to pick.
I do.
Solid
I do. I have one. This is pretty easy. I'm going to jump on the Nick bandwagon, although I'm going to change it up a little bit. Rather than recommending just one, for the first time in my life, I've liked a lot of different brewing companies, but New Belgium has knocked it out of the park on everything. A lot of people know Fat Tire, their Voodoo Ranger series of IPAs and not IPAs, the Atomic Pumpkin. They're kicking ass and taking names. Go and buy whatever is New Belgium Brewing is making right now, because they're kicking ass and taking names.
Todd, Krabby, I've had the Atomic Pumpkin before. I'm relatively certain that's the one he had last week.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
It wasn't.
What was it?
I can't, if we go back to the tape, it you guys said the name on the air, and it wasn't that, though, unfortunately, because I wish I could claim it.
Nick just stormed off to go find a can of it.
He's right.
Oh, no.
I'm typically not.
We don't hear that too often.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
He's right.
Todd, you're absolutely right. So
I knew that.
This is the one I had. It's from Southern Tier Brewing Company, and it's their Pum King, which I've had before, and it's really good. This is one of the few brewing companies that Bob has actually gagged about, because I've told him they use real like pumpkin mash, and but they switched it up this year. It's a nitro. It's a pumpkin nitro. So it's super smooth. It's got the widget on the inside that spins around and really releases that nitro. But this one is so cool because it's got a creamy finish, and it's 8.6%.
There you go.
There you go. Have we all gone now?
Yep.
It seems like you're trying to get rid of us, Bob.
Well, no, I'm noticing. I went to edit the last 3 episodes, and there were a couple of times that it stuck out where Todd had to jump in, going like, "Well, no one ever asked me this," thing. And I felt bad every time. So I'm trying to be sensitive to that.
Well, nobody asked me.
All right, that's the Schnauzcast for this week. Please join us here next weekend for episode 145, another milestone. Can't wait. On behalf of Nick, Todd, and Cory, this is Bob saying thank you for joining. We'll see you next week.